I once lived on the edge of the jungle. One morning, a young neighbor greeted me. She took me by the hand and she said, "Come on, we've got some important work to do today." Millie had just turned 4, and our important work was to collect beautiful jungle flowers. As scary as it is to be here this evening, I need to share some other important work. There's a growing group of young people for whom school does not equal learning. And as their world rapidly changes, it may be school that keeps them from reaching their potential. Since I've returned to the United States, my role has changed from math and science teacher to math and real life coordinator. Working with teachers to make math relevant and engaging for all students has become my important work. As an instructional coach, I spend time in many classrooms, looking, observing, and honing my skills for looking for learning. Too often what I see are math lessons with little or no content or context. If you're looking for learning, you won't find it there. Last year, an alternative school teacher proudly showed me his new textbook. His students were still not engaged. At break, they made a quick exit to go play their guitars. I couldn't help but wonder about a missed opportunity to teach the math of music. At a seminar, I had these posters on the wall. A local businesswoman took a look and said, students with those qualities are who we want to hire. Those skills are far more valuable than a student's grades or knowledge. Her statement started a conversation about what real learning looks and sounds like. We discussed what strategies and tools teachers should use to become creators of the learning experience. In an era when Google can answer any question, what is it that students really need to know and understand at school? And how do teachers create authentic learning? Do you suppose we should be spending time teaching students to be problem finders as well as problem solvers? The team I work with consists of 25 math, science, and CTE teachers from different schools and districts. These teachers don't rely on a textbook. Instead, they use a variety of resources to create meaningful learning experiences. Dee teaches algebra, geometry, and calculus. She explored how she could engage her students on a 40-day bike ride she was taking in France. She asked her students what math they saw on the adventure. They used maps and technology to trace the route and calculate their distances. They computed the calories they needed to sustain the energy. Each student filled a paper bag with items they would bring on the trip and took a photo to share. Andrew, a second-year teacher, is pictured here with his math and real life class. Until now, these students have never been successful in math. Andrew creates a learning space that allows him to connect with his kids while they learn how to remodel a room, create a personal budget, and develop programming skills. Andrew's success fills my heart when I reflect on the struggles he had his first year trying to teach his students in a more traditional way. Let me share with you another example of a non-textbook math lesson. No algorithms, no numbers, just a set of circumstances to spark your curiosity. Then together we'll define the math needed to build the best water slide possible. Everyone's voice and ideas are valued, which keeps the involvement high. Plus, there's the added anticipation of construction and play, 2 other important ingredients for learning. The collaboration across subjects and grade levels has been invaluable for our team. One proposal has been a geometry and construction course where students can earn a math credit while they build a tiny house as a service project. Have you heard the term just-in-time learning? With the digital age, we learn the moment we need to know. How many of you have recently used a YouTube video to figure something out? So why do we continue to teach students material just in case they need it? Now that you've heard my stories about what I've learned about learning, you can understand why I feel so passionate about changing the way we teach math in school. Math should no longer be a gatekeeper. We can do better than that. Teachers and parents no longer need to know it all. In fact, they can model the learning process by sometimes learning with their kids. Today's educators need to know how to create and facilitate an engaging learning experience. In order for students to design, create, build, and assess their own learning, they need to be empowered. Acting on those intentions will give them voice and allows them to find, follow, and believe in their important work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Linda.